Greetings, beloved hearts, my divinity to yours. A hearty welcome to Ascension Star Portal. Thank you for returning, and welcome if you're new. Today I'll be doing a reading for Princess Catherine, also known as Kate Middleton, the Princess of England. It is no new news that she has underwent a procedure, and to date it is still unknown exactly what that is. We have not seen her publicly. There is an absence for recovery and of course for her to appear after Easter. I have done a reading prior to this in conjunction with Prince William, her husband, and I've been prompted to do a reading for her today, a solo reading, just to find out her energies, how she's doing, where she's at, and just to get a feel of what she's dealing with and how we can continue to help her remotely. There is a great deal of concern across the world for her. People do love her. I do admire and love her quite a bit. So let's begin. Let's see what heaven has to say, what the guides have to say, what the creator has to say. So I was guided to use Archangel Michael's deck of cards as the crowning energy for today. So please, Archangel Michael, bring through a message for Princess Catherine. What do you have to say as the crowning energy, to give us a feel of what the energy would be as we gain momentum into the reading? And the message I have is, you're on the right path. And Michael goes to say to call upon him loud and clear for help, for assistance, and to thank him for the support, to fill up with courage and confidence, and to make any healthy lifestyle changes. So that is positive, to know that we're on the right path, or she's on the right path, perhaps to recovery. I'm sure to recovery, to gaining her confidence, and to eat correctly, to have some exercise, to have some happiness, just to break away from the grind of being a working royal, and to have the rest, much deserved rest that she's needing. So we will begin by pulling some tarot. So I ask now, I'll be doing 2 different spreads. I just want to know exactly where she is right now. And the first card that comes out is the 2 of Wands, which is the message of choice, to make decisions, which path to choose. And we have, you're on the right path. So clearly she's on the path of recovery or healing. And clearly having the world in her hands, having everything that she needs in her environment, in her closeness, her proximity. And hopefully she will come out of this very, very well. And that's what we're all praying for. Show me more. What is Princess Catherine's energy at this time? Show me where she's at. So we are seeing here the 9 of Cups, which is an energy of relaxation, having the happiness, the joy, the contentment, just being relaxed and taking life easy, and everything is taken care of. All hard work is paying off. And when I say all hard work is paying off, obviously her effort she's putting into the recovery. She's on a go slow right now, but she seems to be quite happy. That is what the energy is showing as her current state of being. And that's what we want to hear. That's what we want to know, actually. I think the world is very anxious at this time, and with good reason. Show me more. We have the Page of Swords, so clearly there is a message of her mind needing to rest, and perhaps a message will come from the monarchy soon to say, you know, here's an update, and I think that's what people are waiting for. So I feel this card is the anxiousness more of a response coming from her or from the royal family to the public, you know, to say, let us know how she's doing, we want to see her, we want to have peace of mind, we want to feel a lot better, because I think a lot of people are waking up with the princess on their mind, and it's been a great conversation right now, a great topic, and we need some clarity on that. So show me more. The Four of Cups, you know, this is feeling, I feel with this energy, she is, as much as she is healing and resting and, you know, getting what she needs on the medical front, her mind is not in a happy place, and she seems to be very confused, very apprehensive, you know, not wanting to accept things the way they are at the moment, and seeming to push away too much of advice that's coming in. I want to have my own mind, I want to speak up, I want to express myself, and it's like, just leave me alone. I want to do things my way. It's just too much of energy seeming to smother and dictate right now, and she's wanting to be by herself to make her decisions, and I feel right now she is being prevented from decisions or suppressed from decisions, not being able to express herself freely, right? And seeming to look the other way if somebody has to talk to her. It's like, you know, I've heard that over and over again, and I don't want to pay attention to that anymore. I just want to get up and do my thing. Show me one more. Okay, well, there you go. There's the Nine of Swords that's come out. So it's definitely a very nerve-wracking situation for her to be in this confinement and to have so much going on, and I feel there is a lot of information that needs to come out, and it's being suppressed or being withheld. I feel there's much to come out, there's much to be exposed here. And when I use the word exposed, I'm not using it negatively, I'm using it in a sense that the public need to know, and there's an acknowledgement of that in the royal family, in the palace, and it is nerve-wracking that it's not being public, or it's not being highlighted, and it's not being given the attention it needs to, and it seems to be very, I wouldn't say headachy, it's more than being a headache. It feels like a secret. You know, I get the energy of too much secrecy, too much of shadow energy around this. And what is the reason? That's the question here, is why does this have to be so disclosed? You know, it needs to come out, and she's saying, her energy field is saying, you know, I wish this would come out in the open, and it would make me feel a lot better. And when this card comes up, it is a seriousness of thought that something is not making sense. And I do get the feeling, as much as we have the Nine of Cups here, and there's a state of relaxation, I feel she's explaining to me that is what the impression is being created here, is the world is seeming to believe that I am in this space, but really I am not in this space totally. With the Two of Wands, I feel that her energy is between worlds. You know, her energy is bouncing in and out of dimensions here, between worlds, as if she's neither here nor there. And that is what is worrying me here with the Nine of Swords. It's everything is in control but not in control. There is a dual energy here. There's two sides to the story. Oh, well, that's the message of the Two of Wands. Is not so much about making the right choice. The royal family needs to make the right choice. There is a dual energy at play here. There is the truth, and there is what is being led to believe is the truth. And that is why the Nine of Cups is next to this. Is something is being projected to be too perfect, that it is not as perfect as it is. And the message needs to be released with the Page of Swords. The truth needs to be told. You know, we need to bring the message out. It's like the family needs to disclose something. They should be disclosing it. They should let us know what's happening. That's what her energy field is saying. And I think if she had her way, she would do it herself. I think she's being spoken for. Her energy is being spoken for here. She's not able to express it. Yes, we do understand that there's an amount of discretion and privacy and disclosure, but I feel that it needs to express itself. And what I've just been asked to look at is the candle that is dripping on the table. It needs to leak out, or it will be leaked out soon. And that is very symbolic in the reading right now, because it can't be contained. It's gotta release itself. And that is very peculiar that that's happened right now. Right, so I'm going to use another deck with another set of questions. Right, we asked what is her energy field to tell us what she's feeling right now, and you know, this is what's come out. So let's use another deck to find out exactly what is being hidden, or what is the secret. Right, the first card is the Five of Cups. Now if you look at this card closely, and I do hope that we can see it, it is a person sitting with their head on their knee, not showing their face, in great despair and darkness. And 3 cups are upside down, and 2 cups are elevated. 1 cup has a little bit of light in it, or a shadow of light, and it's showing a person that is emotionally crushed, or the message that needs to be disclosed is not going to be taken very well, perhaps by the public, or that needs to come out might be very shocking or uncomfortable to hear, or something of that sort. But it is not a happy card at all. It is someone that is in a great energy of depression, despair, grief, a feeling of between worlds. Hence, more of the energy is upside down on the earth, and we have 2 that's elevated. So that, I'm being told, is symbolic of the Two of Wands, between worlds, neither here nor there, trying to balance something, and in a great amount of despair, grief, or mourning. This is an energy of despair, grief, and mourning. An energy of being, something is being left in the cold, or something is being icy here. A lot of darkness around this card. Okay, give me more. Show me what is the secrecy, what is being hidden, what is not coming to light. The Four of Swords. This is an energy of somebody or a situation of deep prayer, contemplation, introspection, an energy of somebody praying very hard for something to take place, or for a prayer to be answered. And it can be either way. It can be positive or negative. It's if something needs to come out, somebody's praying hard that it comes out, and then there could be somebody that's praying very hard that it doesn't come out. So it's a dual energy here. But it is somebody that is in very deep prayer of some kind of breakthrough energy, that praying very hard that the truth comes out, or the message is given, or the healing takes place. Again, swords, mental activity to bring something to light. The Six of Cups had also come out with this card, but I'm not going to add it to the reading. But here I feel the concern for her children. Right, she's concerned about her children. So it feels like they're in a happy place, but I don't think the children are aware of what's going on in its totality. And clearly we understand why they're little, but I am feeling that something will surprise the children. Something is amiss here. And I don't feel she is spending enough time with the children. And there's a longing for the children. Show me. Show us more. The Hermit. Something will have to come to light. There's the lantern. The truth will have to come out. We've been told that the truth will have to come out. The message has to come out. And it's a matter of time. Right. A hermit is somebody that goes into hiding, or when I say hiding, into spiritual hiding, solace. Somebody that is very much like a recluse. He wants to be by himself, to recollect, to find his path, find his way, to be enlightened, to find the spiritual wisdom, to go soul searching, and eventually he emerges feeling a whole lot enlightened and bringing out that light to the world, or the information and the learning to teach the world. But here I feel that this lantern is pointing at some darkness has to come out into the light. And there's a deep prayer here to say we need to take this out into the open. So there's a great call for what is being kept from everybody, what is being very much a top secret right now, needs to emerge, needs to be let out into the open. Show me more. What is being hidden? What is the energy? What is the secrecy? What is the agenda here? Because I'm not feeling very good. It started off very well until I got the message that it is not as it seems. Right, the Seven of Cups tried to jump out, and that's the card of confusion, illusion. So let's see if it does make its appearance. Give me more on Princess Catherine's condition that's being held back, as information that's being held back as a secret right now, or what is hidden? What is it? There must be more. There's a story here. So show us more. Let us try and understand. The Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords. So this is a person that has been blindfolded in the cards and has swords as her boundary. This is a person that is isolated, is lonely and upset, a person that doesn't know where she is. Being blindfolded, she could be taken to any place. I'm reading the picture of the card, not Princess Catherine specifically, but clearly this is showing us an energy of isolation, separation, divide, an energy of being taken away from normality, not being able to see what's going on around her, or it's also a blindfold expressing that something is not being revealed clearly to the public. Something is being, the public cannot see the truth, or the truth is not being seen, it's not being shown. Something is under wraps. Something is being covered up. That's what this energy feels like. And that is how it's coming through. So it is extremely worrying. We've got the 9 and the 8 of Swords that are in the second part of the reading and coming through in the bottom half of the spread. So something is definitely amiss here. It's as if an energy is being hidden from the world. She's been hidden from the world, or something is being covered up, because this person is wearing a cape. And it's a protective energy, so something is being protected. The truth is being protected from coming out at this time. And if she was being protected here, she would not need to be blindfolded. She would not need to have swords around her. She would have family around her. It would be the 10 of Cups energy, for example, showing me that her family is around her. She's happy. But this is a serious energy of, it's sharp, it's piercing, it's warrior energy, it's rivalry energy. There's just too many swords here. And this card is sitting partially under the 5 of Cups, which is the energy of despair and grief, and the 4 of Swords, which is somebody praying very hard for some information to come out or not to come out. They are praying for something to take place in their favor. That's the energy I feel. Okay, show me more. An Empress energy, the Empress card tried to jump out of the deck. So that's the very maternal, motherly, goddess-like energy. Could be her trying to express herself somewhere. The Sun energy tried to come out. So something needs to come out into the light. Something powerful needs to come out. Right? To break this news. Oh dear. Oh dear. The Death card fell out with many other cards. So this is an extremely worrying energy. Not necessarily it will be a physical death. We don't know. We really don't know what is happening. We are going by people's narratives on videos. People, journalists reporting on what is being said, but we have not heard it from, for example, Prince William himself, or heard Catherine's voice, or King Charles's voice speaking or delivering a very open and clear message about Princess Catherine. We are hearing everything that is being fed to the media and narratives from people that are creating videos. So we do not at this point know what is the truth, what is reality. You know, it's like a royal advisor can say, oh, Princess Catherine is fine, and everybody takes into that, but we have not heard and seen much of her. Yes, everybody needs to recover, but it's many days. It's an entire month from when she was hospitalized, and I think it's 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later after her discharge. So by now she should be able to send a voice message, you know, a little recording or some kind of motivation that the public would feel good. But here we have the death card, and this particular death card, the face is covered again, and we see skulls, a lot of it. So I am very concerned if this is a reality, because this card this entire lot just fell out of the deck. We heard the thud, and underneath that is the Page of Cups. Is a message that needs to come. Something needs to come to light to bring relief, and it's an emotional message. The Cups, usually it's positive, but next to the death card, it is very worrying that the message that might come. It could quite easily be the death of her old self into emerging into something wonderful and new. But with this card will now be placed right next to the Eight of Swords. Right, I won't be taking these two cards, but I just want to show them to you. Four of Pentacles. Something being held on to. Four of Pentacles is holding on to everything you can, afraid to lose something, afraid to let go of something. So what is happening here is the royal family afraid of something coming out. Are they afraid of the information that might take on a different perspective? They're holding on to this information. They're not coming out with what needs to be said. Why? Why is there such a tight grip on this scenario of Princess Catherine? And the skies are grey, cloudy, you know, it feels like a twilight energy here. It's not a happy sunrise, you know, it's not a cheerful energy. There's just too much of shadow. I won't be taking those. Right, and then let me show you that at the bottom of this deck is the Four of Cups. Right, and we have the Five of Cups here. So it's showing an energy of sadness, despair, you know, not some type of help that is required, that she cannot accept at this time, or some kind of help that's not being accepted at this time, because I guess she's been, or the energy's been too misgiving, that I don't trust anything anymore, so I'm not sure what to accept, what to expect, what should I believe. So there's a very isolated emotion here. This is an energy of waiting. I am waiting, or we are waiting, the world is waiting. I I want to clarify some of the cards here. So let's ask for clarification. I'll use 2 different decks again so that we have to have repeat cards that are symbolic. We have a card that's just thrown itself out, 4 of Cups. Right? We saw the 4 of Cups at the bottom of this deck. I've just shown it to you. At the bottom of this deck, we saw the 4 of Cups. And this card just flung itself out of the deck to say, yes, there's somebody sitting besides themselves with their arms folded and waiting for something to take place. And there's a hand reaching, which is usually a divine hand that is reaching out to help that person. And I think that's what that person has been praying for help, for the truth to come out. And that needs to come out soon. That energy needs to come out soon. I hadn't even asked which card I'll begin clarifying, and this card just threw itself out. So clearly this is a message of profound significance here. So I won't attach it to any of the sides. I'll leave it in the center. So I want to clarify now, what is the message of the Page of Swords? What message will the Page of Swords be bringing in? Right, the Ace of Cups, a very important message that needs to come, and it is coming from Spirit. There's a dove and there's a cup overflowing. It's like something needs to be released to the world, and it's serious because it's got everybody's emotions in a wrangle right now. Right, it's a message that will probably bring relief to the situation, either way, whether it's positive or negative, whether she's not in a good space still and needs more recovery, or whether it is she's totally on her way forward. But with the dove coming from above speaks of something on a very ancestral spiritual level. Right, the divine is bringing a message from the higher dimensions. What is taking place here? It is very, very concerning. Is the message positive or not? It will bring great relief, and it's very looked forward to. That's what I'm being told. It's as if the weight of the world is riding on this decision that needs to be made to bring it to light, the information that needs to come. And you can see with the direction of the dove, it is pointing right to the earth. I want to go straight through. We need to get to the point. We need to take this message, and it's important it goes through as quick as possible, as direct as possible, and as truthful as possible. Show me the Nine of Swords. Alright, so I want you to see how this card had come out. Like that, flipped out of the deck. Right? This is the Five of Pentacles. Somebody out in the cold. And those were the words I used earlier. Somebody that's left out in the cold. Somebody that is freezing. There's snow, which is ice. So, what is going on? What is going on? Why is there snow? Why is there ice? Why is there cold energy? Look at what is underneath the deck, the Eight of Swords. And we already have the Eight of Swords here. Right, this is the traditional deck, which shows you the Eight of Swords. Somebody tied up, bound, can't move forward, somebody that is blindfolded and cannot see where they are. They're in isolation. And if you look at this card very closely, you will see, I'm trying to find my crystal wand I had. Let's leave that. So I want to point here. There's a castle in the back here. So she's obviously in somewhere in a castle, one of her mansions, but it feels like she is restricted so severely, blindfolded, bound, and left in the cold, left out to feel this very harsh, it's very harsh, this energy. It feels as if she's been stripped of something. Her energy, her dignity, her morals and values. Pentacles is wealth, financial wealth, but it's wealth of many other things. This is a person walking door to door, begging for help, begging for something. This is really, really not so good energy. With the Five of Cups, we have the Five of Pentacles. Both energies talk about change. Something is changing, and it is a serious change. And this card sits on the Nine of Swords. Okay. Show me more. Show me the Four of Cups. Right, show me the Four of Cups. The Lover's card tried to jump out of the deck, but it didn't. But the card that actually did is the Justice card. Justice. Something has to be balanced. There is an energy of justice. Oh my, look here. I'm just turning the deck like this. These cards are sliding out, but underneath that is judgment. The universe has ordered judgment. Some truth has to come out, and I do not feel very good about this. And what is what? If you look here, there's the plus, there's the plus. Something has to play itself out very quickly. There's judgment and justice. Both are major arcanas, right? And there's a crown on him. So definitely royal energy. Some truth needs to come out, and Spirit is saying, you know what? It's got to happen quickly. And I don't know how positive that's going to be received by the public, by people. Because the public is what is waiting. The public is who are waiting for what needs to be said, what clarity needs to come through. And all these cards on the table are not pointing in the correct direction for me. Right, so here we have somebody with the Four of Cups. I'm tired of listening to what I've been listening to. I don't want to pay attention to anything. I want what I want. I want it my way. I'm discarding everything else, and I want it to be dealt with. Enough is enough. You know, this is what she's saying. Enough is enough. So her spirit is talking to me. Right, her energy is coming through her spirit. I'm eager to know what the Two of Wands Priestesses. There's the dual energy playing out there. So what is that dual energy about? Show me. Okay, the card that fell out is the Chariot. Advancement and movement. Something needs to proceed. Again, we have castles. We have an energy that's asking to come forward. The situation needs to advance to the next level. It cannot be as shelved and hidden and discreet and secretive as it is. It needs to move. And the divine is in the driving seat here. Right, saying it's got to move. Showing that the palace on either side, or the royal family on either side, have got to put this nonsense behind, or got to put this behind them and move forward. They've got to come out and move forward with this information. You cannot be stuck between worlds. And the dual energy, we can see there are two sphinx. Right, that is two, showing light and dark, yin and yang. So something's in the dark that needs to come to the light. Right, so let's see. Show me the Nine of Cups. What is the Nine of Cups about? That's an energy of somebody happy and content, but I was getting the message that it is portrayed to be the case. So show us, right? That card fell out the deck. So let me pick it up and see what that is about. The Moon. Secrets. Hidden. Shadow energy. Something is hidden. And it is playing out in the entire spread. It is a very big secret. The Moon is a major arcana. And the eyes of the Moon is closed. It's a glum moon, showing you that there is something that's untoward. And these animals are shouting out, show us, tell us, we want to know, anxious. And the Moon is, oh well, there's my throat going. That's because they're holding back the truth, or they're holding back information, let's say that. I'm not putting my foot into the wrong direction here, but I'm expressing what I'm feeling, what I'm hearing, what I'm picking up. I'm not creating my own storyline here. The cards are in front of you. You can see what's playing out. And these two pillars on either side are not seeming to be very cheerful pillars to me. It feels as if they've just been placed there. There's no attachment to it. It's like a front put up, There's something beyond those pillars. And what I've been asked to point out is this pathway leading from the water through the land onto, in the distance. And what is that saying? It's a long road from the truth, or it's a long road from recovery, it's a long road. I think it's showing how long it's taking before we are getting to know what is really happening. And hence the dogs are barking. It's tell us, we want to know. We don't want to go further than what we want to know. And it's creating an undercurrent of energy. It is. It's creating an undercurrent of energy. So clearly the Nine of Cups energy that came through as a very happy and contented energy then revealed itself that this is what is being portrayed. And this moon card is showing there is an illusion of energy. There is a light and dark side to this energy. And this is the card that's clarifying the Nine of Cups. It's not the entire, truth. It's not everything that we think it is. And right next to the Chariot, the Sphinx, light and dark. This needs to come out. Alright, so let us, underneath the deck, now that I've flipped it over, I've turned it over, is the Two of Wands, which is the card that we started with. The first card was the Two of Wands, showing that the royal family has the world in their hands. They have the information that can be given to the world, basically. And they need to look ahead, look forward, and bring that information out. Let's just see what's underneath that. The Queen of Wands. It's a very strong feminine energy. An energy of somebody that is saying, I won't settle for less. I need the truth to come out. Oh, well, there we go. There's the Hermit showing the light. Yes. So she's saying, her spirit is saying, I firmly sit in my conviction and I want the truth out. I want the world to know. I want this to be out. Come out of the shadows and show the world, tell the world, illuminate, bring the message through. Right, I don't really want to go further than that. The Fool. So we're probably being fooled. Right? We're probably being fooled by something. Thinking it is something and it could be something else, The Fool doesn't know where he's walking. In this case, you could be falling off the cliff. So it's very much that type of energy, a misleading energy. Something that could have any drastic outcome. He could wake up from his walk of slumber and turn around and realize he's at the cliff's edge, or he could literally just fall over to his death. So this is how extreme this energy is. So something needs to come to light before something serious or something has serious consequences. And that's all the birds above my roof speaking from spirit, saying yes. And it needs to be loud, and it needs to be clear, and it needs to be now. Okay? I have a very deep and close connection with the winged creatures in my area. I'm surrounded by lots of nature, so you'll often hear nature, the birds, the dogs, the cats. I've rescued a number of ferals and I have uploaded a few videos on them, so they're also very much part of my family now. It's just heartbreaking to give them away. Alright, so I was asked before the reading to pull out a message from Archangel Raphael's deck, and that's the Archangel of Healing and of health and restoration. And let's see what he says. His message is, listen to your intuitive feelings. Dear higher self, thank you for speaking loudly and clearly in peaceful ways that I easily understand. Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to listen to my inner wisdom. So, what the message is here is we are being asked to pay attention, to listen intuitively to what we feel or need to know that's happening around the situation. And clearly a message is coming through to say, people need to pay attention to something. Something needs to come out. A lot of people are having gut feelings and psychic feelings about this, but they're not able to express themselves easily because of, you know, it could be offensive to some, it could be taken the wrong way, but we're being asked to be honest here. That's what we're being told, is to not listen to too much of what's happening out there. Go within and discern for yourself, you know, does this make sense? Is it right? There's a certain amount of leverage being given, and we respected that, but all we're asking for is, you know, we just want to know, we want to hear a voice, we want to know for sure. That's what people are asking, and that's not what is being expressed at this time. I mean, what is amazing is the king himself announced his condition. The king himself was admitted and was seen going to hospital and leaving hospital, and his visitations by the queen, his wife. And he's been seen walking to church. He's been, you know, giving messages across. And life is going on, you know. But what about Catherine, the princess? Why is there discretion about her? And when I try to reason with that comparison, it does not make sense to me. Right? And I am feeling an energy that is far too discreet. You know, we know the royal family to keep things as quiet and peaceful as possible and not share their health issues, and be grateful that they have come out in the open, and the energy is shifting in that regard. But what we're receiving now is just far too much of a discretion, you know. Right, let's do one more. This is another deck I was asked to pull an energy from. So show me, Spirit, show me, what is the message here? What do we need to know? Surrounding the energy of Princess Catherine's health and the disclosure behind, the secrecy behind, and the card that reveals itself is Father Healing. Right, so this is the King's energy. This is the King's energy. So I feel by the request of the King, or it has something to do with the King, and it's quite apt because he himself has had a diagnosis and is going through a process. And I've just spoken about his openness and exposure of his condition. Yes, it's a rare cancer. We don't know that part. We respect the fact that, yes, that is not something we need to know at this point, or, you know, emerge later. But he's been open and honest about, well, we're going by what's being told. Right, the message from the royal family themselves, from the king himself. So, but he has something to do with this. That's what is showing up here, and it's very clear. It's very, very clear. There's an energy of diversion here, bringing himself out into the open, as an energy of diversion, and Catherine's energy is being suppressed here. But Spirit is saying the dawn is breaking, so that's gonna have to come out. They will have to bring that energy out. Right, and I'm not reading all the cards, I'm just very curious to know what's underneath that. being a card that was attached to the one that jumped out. So let yourself, let me just see, it says wait, so we'll talk about that just now. So this is an energy of let yourself receive, right? So we need to receive, right? We need to receive the message. Allow others to give you loving care. Receive without guilt or apologies. So why is the word guilt here? Apology here. Allow others to give you. Something needs to come. We need to be given the information. We need to receive the information without guilt or apology. So who is guilty? Who needs to apologize? And when the message does come, how will we receive it? There's very deep message within the sentence here, right? And then we have the card and at the bottom that said wait. Don't rush into action. Bide your time for better results. So we're being asked to wait by the royal family for when she emerges and comes out into the open in Easter or after Easter. That's in April. So we have to wait. I believe we'll have to wait then to actually see what is taking place. If not before that, we might have a breakthrough of energy, information coming from the palace to say, you know what, the wait is over. Here we bring the information to you. It is something, isn't it? It is something. So from what I feel here, and it's clear in the cards, there is a lot of anguish, there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of secrecy, there's a lot of darkness here, there's a lot of shadow energy. You know, very little is being shared and exposed, and the current of the energy is not looking bright, it's not looking positive. There is justice that has been called for. There is a great urgency for the justice with the Chariot card. It's showing an energy of somebody screaming for help within themselves, being tied, being bound, being you know, hidden away or kept away, information not coming out, and it needs to come out. The Hermit card is showing an urgency to bring that to light. There is deep despair and prayer. There is a great depression of energy here, and a false portrayal of what we are being told, what we are being led to believe. And that is not a very happy energy. So whether her energy is like this, has been this way, deteriorated after her discharge, where she possibly was doing better and has gone into a depression now and is being held captive in her energy. That's how I feel. She's captive. Something is closed off, shut off. The death card playing up is looking very grim as well. You know, again, face covered. We had cards where eyes are covered. We've had cards showing up in duplication in the bottom of the decks. So, and we have Spirit saying something needs to shift and something needs to move. And it's all being held at the palace. And you've seen the castles, you've seen the crown. And I will leave it here, and hopefully in a few days' time, if I'm prompted to do a reading again on Princess Catherine's energy, then of course I will do that. But I will leave it here, and all I say is to everyone, pray, send love and light, that whatever it is needs to come to the surface either way. You know, whether it's a positive or a negative, it needs to come out, because I believe it's important for the world to know. And it's important for family. You know, she has family, so we don't know how much her family is around her at this time, but I feel her soul, I feel her energy screaming for help. That's what it is. The bottom line is she is held captive, and in her energy she's very very bound and isolated. So whether that's in a physical sense or in a mental sense, an emotional sense, but I feel it's a combination here, because we have the cups, we have the swords, you know, and that is a very disheartening energy for me right now, because I was very hopeful that something grand and positive would come through, and you know, from what we've been anxious and anticipating about Princess Catherine. So I will leave it here. Thank you very much. In love and light, we will speak again as soon as I am guided to do a reading for her, you know. But in the meantime, everybody gather around and send love and light to her body, to her mind, to her soul, to her spirit, wherever it is, wherever her energy is right now, and let's hope for the light. Thank you. Bless you.